Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel. If you're new, my name is Debbie. This is my crafty den. And once again, the first thing I have to do is apologize for the way I sound. I still have this cold. My throat is sore. It's scratchy. I have a hot coffee to try to keep that down as much as I can, but I do apologize for it. So today I'm working on my Memorydex Monday challenge. This is card number 9, maybe. It will be in the thumbnail, anyway, what card it is. And this challenge is really simple. Make one Memorydex card a week. Do the holidays when the holidays pertain to you. Do a birthday card to yourself on the week of your birthday. And other than that, I do a prompt. You don't have to do it if there's something else that you would rather do. This week's prompt was April showers. Next week's prompt is going to be May flowers. Yeah, you saw that coming, right? April showers bring May flowers. I have my card here. This is just a piece of cardstock, and I have put some clear gesso or some gesso. I think it was clear gesso I used. I put some gesso on here. I have some book page. I have some tissue. I have my watercolors. These are my metallic shimmer watercolors. I have some water pens, a bottle, of course my Mod Podge, and I have this ATC Lovers Rainy Day Cut and Collage book by Lori Joseph. I've been using this a lot this spring. I also have a piece of this paper. This is from the other, this is from the Easter ATC book, but I'm not going to use anything from this side. All I want is a little bit of this turquoise colored background paper. So I'm going to start this by putting down some collage on the background. I'm going to use this, this, and this. So all I'm going to do is, I just want some texture. I am just going to put the book page down here. I've got a little Mod Podge still in my cup. It might be enough. So I have a question. If anybody uses a gesso that happens to be a good one to use as a glue as well, or a or just any kind of a medium that is a complete matte. So what I'm looking for is something that's completely matte and doesn't have any shine to it at all. So the matte Mod Podge leaves a shine. It says matte, and it's as matte as Mod Podge gets, but it still leaves a shine on the card. So a little bit there, a little bit there. Yeah, so please leave a comment and let me know what is your favorite medium that you use for gluing or sealing, whatever it is. I really don't care. I know you can get some gessos that do the job, but the ones that I have don't. So they act like they've glued it down, but as soon as it's completely dry, you can just lift it right back up off the paper again, whatever you're trying to glue. I'm going to tear a little bit of this. I really like this little tiny wee bit of dark color that's at the edge of this paper. I'm just trying to use every bit of blue I can off of this. I mean, none of it might show by the time I'm done, but who knows? So I need this to dry, and then I can cut it out. So before I completely dry this, I do think that I want a little bit of this tissue on here. Yes, I think I do. I'm not sure where I'm going with this yet. Absolutely. I know that this blue paper looks like an overcast rainy day. But adding this tissue paper with these butterflies in the background. So if you haven't seen this, this is the tissue paper that I made to be a dupe of the Tim Holtz tissue paper rolls. I think he's got 9-inch rolls. I'm pretty sure that's what I made. And I made a nice big roll of tissue paper. And I did a few different kinds. So I actually did this one with the stamping and the butterflies, one with ampersands, and I forget what else. I also did a Halloween one with a bunch of Halloween stamps. It's really easy to make. And if you've got stamps and some permanent black ink, it's so easy to do. So I'll link that video in the description so you can go watch that if you would like. So this is mostly dry. I punched it, trimmed it. I've got my Memorydex card shape back. So I have this stencil here. I haven't used it yet. It was a recent purchase. These rows of dots. But I thought they would give a really cool rain effect, maybe. I mean, this is April showers. So I'm going to take a little bit of modeling paste. I'm going to put it on I'm going to hold my stencil down really good. And I'm going to put my modeling paste on here. Oh my gosh, that's going to be perfect. So now I want to add that shimmer, that drippy look, but I want some shimmer because rain, right? So I have my watercolors. So these watercolors are from CSY Art Gallery, made in Germany. I have a little swatch card here. That's a lavender. It looks blue kind of here. But this is a blue. This is a watery blue. And this one here is a blue. And this is a blue with some gold in it. So I'm going to spray these down. And using all the gold colors, or not the gold colors, using all the blue colors. Let's just let some of these get some wet. So yeah, I am going to just using, I've got my water pens full. These are just from Amazon. Actually, they might be from the dollar store. Water pens, these plastic water pens are really cheap, guys, if you're looking for something like that. So I'm going to fill my pan up. I want this really pigmented, this little puddle. There, that might work. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go along the top of the page here. I'm just going to let this run down. I'm going to grab a tissue because when it gets down to the bottom here, I'm just going to let that soak up. I don't think I want that to drip down any further. So I'm just letting it drip on its own wherever it wants to go. So if I take my watercolors, I'm going to clean my mess up here. If I take my watercolors and let this dry before I add another one, then I should get the other color. Okay, so let's move on to this turquoise color now. It's almost the same color as that, but not quite. So once again, I'm going to dry this because I'm not getting enough color difference. So what color am I going to use? I like that blue gold, but I also like this. It is a peacock green gold right here. And I'm going to try it. So a little bit more of a greenish, watery color. I don't know if it's showing up on the camera or not, but I'm getting some really beautiful shimmer. I'll give you a close-up here when I get this added on. So I'm letting it drip, but I'm kind of coaxing it to go where I want it to go as well. So just across and then down a little bit. Let's lift that and mix it up in here. I also don't want all my drips to go all the way to the bottom. Like maybe I'll stop that one there, and I'll stop that one there. Wow, it's starting to look really different than what I imagined, but I'm really loving it. I can see the print behind. I can see little bits of the black where the butterfly was. These dots are starting to look really amazing. So I'm going to take a clean brush because this is such a light color. This is called Blue Gold. And I want the gold on here. So I don't think I want it to drip as much, but because of the color of it, I want more of it to be on the dots, on the textured dots. So I'm just playing around, and in the white spaces, mostly where the dots are, I'm putting this gold. So it's actually gold with just a hint of blue in it. I'm sorry, I'm just not talking very much. It's easier on my throat not to talk a lot. But I'm just playing around with the blue gold. Like, this is honestly like a rose gold in a blue. It's really fabulous. I want these edges that don't have anything much on them to have this color. And then let's just fill in these spaces that don't have anything else. And then I'm going to dry this and give you a close-up look so you can see what it looks like. So this is, it's not showing on camera as pretty as this is in real life, but it's absolutely gorgeous with all this coming down. So I have some of these cut out. There's a little duck. I don't think so. I have this door. Now that, a window. Maybe I could find a window. I think a window would be so lovely. Now let's take a peek. I know they're in here. There's a round one that is framed out really nicely. Oh, that is lovely as well. I love the book. Are there any more windows that have, I've got parts of pages here and they're not all turning together. She would look really pretty on here. Any of these girls would look really pretty on here. What about, I love this girl with the glasses and the umbrella. I wonder if that would work. I'd have to cut it out to see. So let me do that. I'm going to take my little cutting tool and see if I can cut a line right there. I'm going to see if this will go like this. This is a completely different direction that I wanted to go when I started this. And I'm thinking this window with all this rain in the background too. I think maybe something like this. So this has to go down first. And to make sure that this stays down, I'm going to grab my art glitter glue. I was going to try to Mod Podge it, but I don't want all the bumps to show through on the, I want this to be flat. So I put a good amount on there. And the reason that I did this is because I just want this to sit on top. I don't want it to be squished down in between all the bits of dots that are on the page. So I'm just gently tapping that down so it stayed flat. It's not pressed down, picking up all that background texture. So this and this, to get it to go down right, I'm going to put a little bit of glue there. Then I'm going to put the umbrella on her. Maybe like that. And then when I put her down here, I'm going to put her down so that she's kind of standing in front of the window, to the off to the side though. And again, I'm going to put more glue than I normally put on. So I think I'd like to have my corners rounded a little bit. I don't know if they'll fit in here. Oh, yeah. I want to try to blend this in just a little bit. How can I do that? I'm going to try. I always get to this point and then I'm absolutely terrified that I'm going to ruin the whole thing because so far it's gone so good. If I put a little bit of this on my table, I've got stickles, but I don't know if that's what I want. Is a little bit of white paint. And just a little bit of this blue stickles. I'm going to see what it looks like when I blend these together. It's kind of doing what I want it to do. I might have put a little bit too much blue or white paint on there. Let's put a little more of the stickles down. There. This little bit of sparkly blue white. I'm just going around the edge of this just to soften. I'm actually going on top of it in some places. I'm not being really careful. And I'm just blending in the pieces that I've cut and glued on top. You never know if something will work until you've actually tried it. And I've never put stickles in my white paint before. So I'm not sure what I think of this piece, but I'm sure having fun making it. I haven't been in my craft room for a couple of days because I haven't felt well. And I'm really enjoying this. I'm just wondering, do I want some splatter? I have this paint. Oh, this is from Dollar Tree. Just acrylic paint for crafters, and it's sky blue. So I'm going to put a little puddle of water. A little dot of paint. Okay. And I'm purposely going over my image because she's out in the rain. I'm quite happy with the way this is right now. I'm going to look for a sentiment. Oh, I think it's this one. Just because the whole picture to me is so magical. I am going to use this. It's from the Tim Holtz Small Talk. And it says, those who don't believe in magic will never find it. And I love that. So I think I'm going to put it. I think I'm going to put those who don't believe in magic will never find it. I think so. No, let me see. Those who don't believe in magic. I'm going to put will never find it there. Those who don't believe, I think I'm going to put it over here. And I'm going to break it in two. So I have what I want. And once again, let's get my art glitter glue out. So those who don't believe. Those who don't believe in magic. Get off it there. Those who don't believe in magic will never find it. I'm going to grab a micron pen. I want a small one, I think. I've got an 03 here. And I want to I'm going to do just a sketchy line, but I'm going to do it right on the paper where the words are. I'm not going to go behind it. And I'm holding my pen very loosely because I don't want straight lines, and I think I'm done. Oh, feels so good to finish one. So let's take a peek. You can see the gold shimmer, which is why I think I changed my mind and went with the yellow image. Stay down there. And yeah, it's so pretty. It's just so pretty. And I love doing the mixed media. Now, I'm not a mixed media specialist. Everything I've learned off of channels like Marry Me Small Art. And I'll put a link in the description box if you want a channel that does some really amazing mixed media. And she also has these cut and collage books. She has a series of them that she just put out in 2024. It's just something new. But yeah, I love doing the mixed media backgrounds. And when they turn out this pretty, it makes me happy that I went for it and tried it. So I like that channel. I also like Shanuki Art, which I'm watching and learning a lot from. Having so much fun as well. So I'll link her in the description as well. I will put a link to my Amazon storefront. That's where I get most of my craft things. I have a section for all of these cut and collage books that I've gotten, if you're interested in those. And a lot of the other stuff that I use today is in there as well. I do get a very, very slight commission. I think I make $1 something off of every $100 that's earned. It's not very much, but I will turn that over and spend it back on craft stuff so I can keep doing this. So yeah, just to be upfront about that, and I'll put that link in the description as well. So thanks so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, do that now before you leave so you can come back and see the next video. I'll see everyone in the next one. Bye-bye for now.